Yeah. Once again, good morning to the students. In today's session, we are going to start the Unit 3, Income from House Property, a new chapter, which already we have studied the basics of income tax in the previous classes. Now coming to the income from house property, which is very, very important. Now, can anyone tell me what is called as an income from house property? Or when can we call as an income from house property?
It's kind of when you get rent from the house, like you rented a house.
Yes, perfect, Ojas, very good. Yes, guys, is it that only will be called as an income from house property, or anything else also will considered as an income from house property?
Suppose you have a lots of property, like suppose if you come from like a Maharaja's family and you have many palaces and you put it for a hotel business, like in rent.
Yeah, okay, very good, very good. Yeah, now let us see what all the things are considered as an income from house property. When a person receives rent from his own building, then such income is treated as an income from house property. And as Zoja said, the rent received on let out, maybe by giving your own building or your Maharaja's family's hotels business or any business organizations or establishments which are given it on which when you receive a rent on let out, rent what you receive is called as an income from house property. But and also there is an also by selling some house also you might receive some profit. That profit also is also considered as income from house property.
So I have a doubt,
Yeah,
but
please go
that
ahead.
will be considered under capital gain, no? So because it is a asset and you don't
Yeah,
sell
yes,
on a
yes.
regular
The
basis.
profit, I only, that is the reason I used the word profit. But whether it is a rent or profit, it can be considered under income. It can be considered as an income. So what is income? When you get some money either in the form of rent or in the form of profit, can be considered as a income, right?
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
yeah. Now, generally, house will be used for three purposes by the owner of the building. That is, let out for any purpose. He might give that house for any purpose. He might let out it, and whatever rent received on that, it is taxable. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And so you may let out your house for or you may let out your house maybe for residential purpose. You may let out your house for some commercial purpose. You may let out your house for some charitable purpose. And if you are receiving on all these things by letting out and all these purposes for rent received, then that is taxable income. Then there might be some people who are already having a business and that house they want to use to run the business. In such case, whatever the income is taken as nil, because you are not getting any income by letting out the house. You are using it for running your own business. Hence, income from house property will be nil. But whereas any expenses incurred in related to maintenance of house and all that, that will be treated as a business or profession income. So by as you are not paying it on a as you are not letting out, and as you are saving that the let out or rental income, which will be added into your business, and if that will be considered as a business income. And the third type, generally the house owner will use is for his residential purpose. So when he is using for his own residential purpose, then in return is not getting any income. So income will be taken as a nil, but any expenses incurred will be allowed as a deductions that we are going to look at in the next class or in the next sessions. Okay. Now, what consists of in house property? Income from house property is taxed under section 22 to 27. Um, and under this head, the base of charge should be the annual value of the property consist of any building or apparent should be there. That means when you call as income from house property, that house should be annually valued. How to annually valued? What is the base for to calculate the annual value? What are the things are to be considered? That we are going to look it in the tomorrow session. Okay, so that means when you say when you are receiving income from house property, that property should be valued, annually valued. How to value, what things to be considered, that we are going to discuss in the next session. And whatever the house which we are talking about, for that you must be the owner and you must be the assessee. You might be the owner but you may not be the assessee. Am I right? Or any doubt in this regard? I'm saying that you might be the owner, but not the assessee. Do you agree with that, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. Can you tell me one example for that? Yeah. Who is called as an assessee?
Whose income has been calculated by the assessing officer.
And who has to pay the tax on that income, correct?
Yes, sir.
And owner, when we're talking about the owner may be the joint owner. Okay, the owner may be the joint owner, but the one who is going to pay the tax might be different. That we will see that who is how can the generally owner only will be the assessee. Sometimes owner might be different, assessee might be different. That we will see it in few minutes.
Can I
Then
give some like example? Like it's in my mind.
yeah,
Suppose like if there is a lot of tax on you, so you are transferring your like home property into your suppose wife's name.
very
So
good, very
less the
good.
burden of your tax.
Yes. So that is called as an assessee. So that situation is also called the
So
where the
your
assessee
wife
is
will be the
different.
SSC, right? You will not be known as SSC. Your wife will be known as SSC.
Correct. Yeah, my wife will be known as an assessee, and I am the co-owner, or I may be the owner. Okay, and any house property income is chargeable to tax under income from house property. When it is chargeable to tax, I mean like property tax is there, right? So when the property tax is being paid, and on that if you receive any income, then it is called as an income from house property. So these three things are to be considered to call as an income from house property. Okay, guys, any doubts for before going to the next slide?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, now what conditions are to be fulfilled to call as income from house property? There are three conditions are to be fulfilled to consider a particular income is from house property. First one, the property should consist of any building or land or appertinent thereto. That means there must be a permanent structure on the land is known as building, correct? When there is no permanent structure on that land, and on that, are you going to receive any income as from house property? Can you call it as? Yes, guys. Are we
Can you
going to
repeat,
call
sir?
it as? Yeah.
Can you repeat the question, sir?
A permanent structure on the land is known as building. Am I right?
Yes,
Which
sir.
is capable for the use for which it is constructed, and whatever income we are receiving through that, it can be called as an income from house property.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes even you might do some temporary construction on a land in order to give it on a farm base, to give a land for a farming purpose. on which also when you receive an income, that is also considered as an income from house property. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. It can be concluded that so when
Sir, I have a doubt.
yeah, please go ahead.
In that case, you are telling in farmhouse case, but that comes under agriculture income, right? So
Yes, well, that comes under the agricultural income, no doubt in that. But if it has a farmhouse, but now suppose on a suppose in a municipality limit, if you have the house and you constructed with some what do you call these sheets, and you give it on a let out, then on a commercial basis, say for some godowns or for some what do you call for mechanic sheds, etc.
That comes in the income of.
Right? That
Yes,
comes
sir.
under income from house property.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Right. So that is a first condition must be there. The property should consist of either building or land apparent thereto. So when a property has building on which if you receive income, it is called as income from house property. There must be permanent structure. Then only it can be considered as a income from house property. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. In addition to this term building, sometimes some of them also might construct some building, some storage or some factories, some stalls or some shops, lecture halls, cinema halls, dance halls, platforms, public auditorium, etc. So the above structures will be considered as a building or house property. Yes, am I clear? Yeah. Then we have second one, the assessee should be the owner of the property. If assessee is not the owner of the property, on that whatever he receive as an income cannot be claimed as income from house property. Correct, guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Generally, the ownership will come in three forms. The ownership will comes in three forms. First one is freehold rights. Freehold rights means a person who acquired a house or building for the um, uh, means of a purchase or an inheritance or in the form of gift under a will, having absolutely right to enjoy the property with regard to using the building either for living or for let out, and also to sell the property uh, to anyone is called as freehold property. That means he did not earn by, he did not um, um, earned that property with his hard work. He got that property through the will from some other person for enjoying himself, for letting out, or for selling out. That property is called as freehold right. And by that, if you are able to get any income, then also it is called as the income from house property. Am I clear, guys, on freehold property, on freehold rights?
Yes, sir.
Then we have leasehold rights. As you know, the agreement between the owner and tenant when is there for a longer period of time, and where we called the owner as a lessor and tenant as a lessee, maybe to construct a permanent structure on that leased property is called as leasehold rights. Say, for example, you have taken a land to construct the cinema hall and that cinema hall is should be given on a lease to that particular person for 10 years or 15 years or 20 years is called as leasehold rights. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And for example, if you take that metro rail, whatever the land was acquired by government and given it on a lease to the Hyderabad Metro Rail HMR for 20 or 30 years. So for that 30 years, now they can construct any temporary structures over there, and they can give it and make a stalls and give it on a rent. Okay, on which whatever income received by Hyderabad Metro Rail Limited will be considered as an leasehold rights on through which they are receiving income from that house property. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Then we have deemed ownership. So a person who is legally not the owner of the building, but who is enjoying all the rights on the property, is not the owner of the, he is not the owner of the building, but is enjoying all the rights of the property, is called as the deemed ownership. Example, when I have let out my property to my wife, so and the whatever income received on that property, on that building, she is computed for income tax. She is supposed to pay the tax. In case if she failed to pay, I have to pay that. Hence, my wife will be considered as a deemed owner, or deemed, got the deemed ownership. Am I clear,
So
guys?
I have a doubt, but in this case, in deemed purpose, the government knows that you're doing for trick purpose to reduce your tax burden. So they can
Yes.
even transfer back the property's name into you. So they will say like the property will be in your name only because you're trying to reduce your tax burden. So it's the illegal way. So you are
No,
not.
no, that is not the illegal way. In the income tax, the act, it is been allowed to do it. Okay, that is what is called as a deemed ownership. So the following persons, though not the owner of the property, now who are the deemed owners that we are going to see that. Okay, so these three conditions, the property should not be used, the deemed ownership is over. Then coming to the third condition, that the property should not be used by the owner for the purpose of any business or profession carried on by him. And when he's been let out for someone, then only it is considered as income from house property. When he's using that building for his running his own business or profession, then can we consider that, and can he show that I have paid a income, I have paid a rent to myself, bulk, can he show that, and can he show as an income from house property? No, right? Guys, are you with
Yes,
me?
sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, these are the three conditions must be satisfied in order to consider as an income from house property, and which is going to be taxed under income from house property. Any doubts, guys, before switching to the next slide on these three conditions?
No, sir.
Explain deemed ownership again.
You want to know about the deemed ownership, Karan? Yeah.
Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah, we are discussing in detail in the next slide. Okay.
Sure, sir. Yes.
Okay. Right. Now, deemed owner of house property. That is a very good question asked by Karan. And also, in fact, Vojas and others also asking that. Now, according to Section 27 of Income Tax Act, the assessee in following cases is deemed to be the owner of the house property, though is not the owner of the house property, but who is liable to pay the tax, is considered as a deemed owner of the house property. Okay, so here you can see the picture that take that house son have to save the tax. Okay, he is the father is giving transferring the house property in favor of his son, his wife, or his blood relations, or whoever it may be. Then that is considered as a deemed ownership. Okay, and where is only in order to reduce the tax, save the tax, is doing it. And in case when he is a deemed owner, in case if the son who is not paying the tax, that is house property tax or income tax, anything, then the owner has to pay the tax. Is it clear, guys?
Yes,
Karan, is it clear?
yes,
So for like example, if his kid is not paying tax, so then the tax burden will again fall into his mother.
In case if the kid is
not paying the tax, like when he transferred the
Yes,
property into him.
obviously, whoever has been transferred, that person has to pay the tax. Ultimately, he should pay the tax. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Now, an individual who is transferring any house property either to his or her spouse to a minor children shall be deemed to be the owner of the house property and also considered as deemed owner. Is it clear? Yes, guys. Are you?
Yes.
Is it
Yes,
clear?
sir.
Okay. Now, an individual who is transferring any property to his or her spouse to the minor child is considered as a deemed owner. Now my question is just I want to get it clarification from you whether father is called as a deemed owner or the son is called as a deemed owner.
Son.
Father.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
actually, it is transferred to son, right? So the son is the deemed owner.
The son is the deemed owner. Okay. Yes, guys. Any others? Quickly, can someone share your views? Who is called as a deemed owner? Hmm? Darshan, Mayur, Kajal, father. Mayur says the father is the owner, not the father is the deemed owner, but not the son. Okay. Karan,
The father.
father is the deemed owner. Okay. Kajal,
Deemed means basically assumed. It's a assumed owner by a government.
yeah.
So it is a. It could be a child, right? Because the property is in name of him
Mm.
or like a spouse. So it could be a spouse or child who is a deemed owner because they are assumed to be a owner because the transfer of in their name.
Yeah. So what ultimately you want to say that Ojas?
According to me, the deemed owner should be a child. My means a spouse or a child.
Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm. So what the definition says? Can you read, Karan?
Yeah. An individual who transfers any house property to his or her spouse or to minor child shall be deemed to be the owner of the house.
House property. Okay.
Yes.
So he is deemed to be the owner of the house property. In case if the son doesn't fail to pay the property tax or whatever it may be, then he as he is the owner and he has to pay the tax. Okay.
So, but the thing
Yes.
is that the tax burden will not at all fall in the other person because if he's earning a zero, suppose his son is earning a zero,
Mm.
so and suppose you're earning 10,000 per month by the
Mm.
property,
Mm.
so till by then also will not fall into a tax slab.
Yes,
So,
that is the reason as his son is not having any income, so he want to transfer that property to his son and want to save that so that his son will not pay any single rupee on this
but
income
burden
from
will
house.
be fall into government, right? Because they are not able to collect their tax. In that case, can government has a right to IT department has a right to change their name, no? Because they are not getting tax because of this transformation. They know they
No,
are doing for
no.
this specific reason of avoiding tax, so uh, they can challenge them to change
See,
that.
yes, you are right, Ojas, but he may not pay the income tax, but he has to pay the property tax.
Property tax and income. Yeah.
Okay, property tax is different, income tax is different, right? Property tax will be collected by municipal authorities or local authority.
Yes, sir.
That anyhow he has to pay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, but only thing is income tax he will not pay because he has coming under the basic exemption. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Right. Uh, Fine. This is about now. Who all comes under the deemed? So the one who transfer any house property, and the second one is the holder of impartial estate. That means partition has not been made, okay, the holder of the impartial as a estate there is also called as a deemed owner. And any member of a cooperative society or any company also, or any voluntary association or group of persons, then that person also considered as a deemed owner. Okay, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Right. Then we have the one more person with whom we are going to consider as the deemed owner is a person who is allowed to take or retain the possession of any building thereof in past performance of contract. So the person who is allowed to take the property or possession because of this past performance, okay, so that person is considered as a deemed owner. And then we have the fifth person, a person who acquires any right in or in respect to building or to give it on a lease for not less than 12 years shall be deemed to be the owner of that building or part thereof. So these are the various situations under which a person is considered as the deemed owner. Yes, any doubts in these five situations where a person is called as a deemed owner, guys?
No, sir.
Okay. Now, very important thing is what is not considered as an income from house or non-house property incomes. Can someone tell what are not considered as an not house property income? Yeah,
If the
what is
property is
not
for
considered as a,
agricultural purpose,
sorry?
if the property is for agricultural purpose,
Very good. Yes. Next. Next. What else is considered as a non-house property? I'm sorry. Yeah. Let us see that what all will not come under the non-house property income. If the house is used for agricultural purpose, as Karan said, if the property income of a local authority, if the property is being given even when it is income for a local authority, that means for municipalities, yeah, municipalities own certain buildings and they give it on a let out, and whatever they receive, that is not considered as a property income, house property, as a house property income. Okay. And if any income of a registered trade union by letting out that particular house on the name of registered trade union, or any voluntary associations, cannot be considered as a non-house, no, not a house property income. And any house has been, or see many temples, many religious places, many masjids, around the masjids, around the temples, they let out for running the shops, correct?
yeah,
And yeah, and is that religious place or is the charitable for the charitable organizations or for that religious places, for them is it to be considered as an income from house property? Because the total land belongs to that religious organization or religious name, and they are letting out it, and can it be considered as an house property income? No, it cannot be considered as a house property income. Okay, am I right? Is it clear?
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And if the income of a farmer ruler from any palace was exempted before commencement of our Indian Constitution of 1956, then also it is considered as the not house property income. For example, there is a Falaknama Palace example. That Falaknama Palace has been exempted from house property income. And that order has been given by the, let us assume by Nawabs in 1940s only. And they have considered that any income received from this Falaknama Palace is to be considered as an house property income. If they have already issued that, then, and this was done before our constitution came into existence, then it cannot be considered as a house property income. Say if it is a palace, means as it's a business, actually it's a, now they are using it for some business purpose, but earlier it was used exclusively for residential purpose, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So these are the certain important things that you have to know. I should identify what is a house property income and what is a non-house property income. So in today's session, we have discussed about the meaning of house property and what are the uses of a house, and generally the house will be used for three purposes. That is what we have discussed, and what constitutes what are the those three purposes for which that house is used. Did anyone remember, guys? Yeah, quickly. One is for residential purpose, one is for let out purpose, and third one is for running their own business. Okay, so for these three purpose, generally the person will use his property, house property. And what constitutes the house property? Those three things that should be and three conditions that also we have discussed: who is called as a deemed owner, and non-house property income. Okay, for further any information, if you need, you can go through these following web links. So this is about the income from the basic information about the income from house property.